Hi guys, so in this video I wanted to tell you guys about some study tips that I use that I think will help you guys when studying for your ASVAB test. Now, just some background, when I decided to join, I went to my recruiter not knowing that I knew that I had to do the test, the practice test, but I didn't know that he would have me do it like right then and there the first time I went in. So the first time I went in, I did the practice test. Now, I left high school in 2003. So between then and now, I haven't done any algebra and trigonometry and all that crap. I haven't done that in all these years. So when he was like, let's see what you get on the practice test, I was like, oh my God, not math. But anyways, I did it. And of course I failed. Well, I didn't get a high score. I got a 45. Yeah. So that wasn't good. But he said, you know what? You got a 45. Most times when people do their tests, like their practice tests, they usually score higher when they go to do the actual test. So the best thing he could tell me to do was, go home and study my math, because the English portion of it, I did really well. But the math section, that's what got me, that's what got me. So that afternoon, I remember I went to Barnes & Noble because I didn't know what book to get. So I went to Barnes & Noble, and the first book that I bought is this ASVAB AFQT Crash Course. And this is by Wally Walker Hammond. And this is what that looks like. Alright? It's a really small book. It has 212 pages. It's a really small book. As you can see, I have, my little pages in there that I've been using. But it's a small book. It has a lot of practice questions in it for the math section. It's a crash course book, so it is not as in-depth as the other book that I'm going to show you. But it did help. I must say it did help. It has one main practice test at the back of the book. The first couple pages, it's telling you like what is the ASVAB and the AFQT. Then you get your word knowledge, and you get a practice test on that. Like every portion, you get a practice test for it. So the word knowledge, then you get a practice test, paragraph comprehension practice test, math knowledge practice test, arithmetic reading practice test, and then it gives you some information on the different types of jobs in each branch. So this was a pretty decent book to use. Now, after using that and realizing that I needed something that was, sorry about my hair. After using that and realizing that I needed something a little more in depth, I decided to go on Amazon because, I wasn't going back to Barnes & Noble anytime soon. So I went on Amazon and I got the ASVAB for Dummies. And this is the third edition. Alright, so this is the ASVAB for Dummies. This is the third edition. I think this is the most recent one. It comes with a CD in the background, in the back of the file, so that is good. And then it has a lot of practice tests. It has a lot of, it goes in depth on all these subjects. And this book actually has the practice tests, it has information for all the subjects on the test itself. So you get the mechanical section, you get the electronics, you get auto shop, general science, you get everything in this book. So I would suggest, if you need a book to study for the ASVAB for any branch, if you're going to study for the ASVAB, I would suggest you going out and getting this book, whether on Barnes and Nobles or whether in Barnes and Nobles or online at Amazon.com. I bought mine on Amazon, and it was $26.99, and it was well worth it because I took my ASVAB, the official test, and I passed. I got a 71. So I would suggest you going out and getting this book. This book does wonders for studying for the ASVAB. And you get a lot of practice tests. You get, it goes in depth in everything. I think I said that before, but I just want to let you know. And you'll learn a lot. So I would suggest you going out and getting this and just studying. Like, I studied for 4 weeks. I studied for 4 weeks, and I pretty much, I read over the book. The first time I got it, I read over the book front to back, and then that was like a week, and then the other 3 weeks I used just going in on the math section, and that really helped me in studying. So I hope this little video helped you guys. If you have any questions, leave them below, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.